Hey you guys, I hope you guys have had an amazing week. You guys kind of know a bit about my week and my news. So I'm Gemstone from www.thebeautyinspirit.com. Please check out my site. I'm so proud of it. so Yes, this is a weekly reading for the 21st through to the 27th of April. Wow, isn't time really getting on? So I hope you guys have had a really good week. Last week I felt like there was this energy kind of coming in where we were going to have to be really courageous and do some things we've never done before, take more of a leadership authority stance in our lives. And I just felt like because of all that kind of manifestation kind of energy, especially we had a bit of feminine energy coming through as well, the reading with that Queen Elizabeth card coming through at the end. I felt like using the Isis Oracle because she's all about that goddess energy, and like any true goddess, she's a ruler, and she takes that stance of an authority figure, but at the same time she possesses this gorgeous like feminine quality, and knows how to embrace that and to use it in a way that almost combines sort of the feminine aspect almost with a bit of that masculine action orientated kind of energy at the same time. So even though I guess we have like deities that represent certain kind of energies, I feel like there always can be this sort of mix of energies that you get, and really I guess that's what we're all supposed to strive for, is not really to just kind of self-identify with just one kind of energy, whether that's feminine or masculine, but to be able to kind of bring both together and create that balance between the two. So I'm going to be shuffling up these cards, but just before I do that, I want to show you how gorgeous the back of these cards are. Like, to me that is beautiful. Like, it's one of my favorite card backs, like out of all the decks that I have. So I'll shuffle them up. This deck is the deck that I usually only do readings for myself with. So this is the first time kind of sort of using it for like more of a general reading for others, but yeah, I'll see what comes through. And Alana Fairchild wrote an amazing book for this deck, like totally amazing. I feel like at certain periods, like during the reading, I will also kind of refer to the book, because the book is it's one of the best guidebooks out of all the decks that I own. So I would say if you guys are looking into any kind of decks dealing with like feminine energies and so forth, I would say this deck is a really, really good one for self-development. So yes, let's see what's coming through at the beginning of the week. And we have Mother of Life, nourishment of the golden grain mother. Now this card is really interesting because, as you can see, we have our large Ankh that is here at the top, which is our symbol of life, representing the divine feminine with our little like loop at the top. But really the Ankh is meant to be really it encompasses both. It encompasses the divine feminine at the top and then the divine masculine at the bottom. So we have both of that kind of balancing energies. So to me, this might be saying that this is a time where we have to kind of balance these energies. Maybe that's why I felt inclined to use this deck today. Maybe it's saying that it's not about just embracing one side of self. It's always about maintaining a balance in our lives, and with this balance, as you can see, it's almost like we have this kind of almost like an eagle shape. And I feel like it is about, liberation. It is about freeing yourself, and it is also about understanding where it is that we are in our lives currently. And with the energy of the Divine Mother and the nourishment, it's about what do we get out of life? What do we experience in our lives that really make us truly feel like, okay, I'm really getting what it is that I desire in this life. I'm really feeling like I'm I'm feeling that sense of fulfillment that I need to feel at this stage in my life. So it could be a time where we are really conscious of these things, and we're really kind of thinking about, well, how can I better myself, and how can I bring my life more into a greater sense of balance. Because really that's what we should strive to achieve. Because if we lived a balanced life, we'll be doing so much better. I mean, when you look at for instance, anything that is done in excess, like if you overeat, or I don't know, if you indulge in maybe alcohol, other things, whenever you do anything to excess, that's when it always becomes dangerous. So, and even if it's a positive thing, I mean, for instance, you can decide to drink a whole bunch of water, but if you drink over a certain amount of water, it can also be detrimental to your health. So it's always about maintaining balance, regardless of whether it is something that seems to be conducive to us, or something that probably isn't so good for us. We always have to sort of maintain that center point, like right in the middle of our ankh here. We always have to kind of stay somewhere in the middle, so that we're not too far up, we're not too far down, but we're just, you know, just there in the center. So I'll see also what the book has to say, because I really do enjoy this book. So let's see. Mother of Life. It says here, we can sometimes fall into existing and doing rather than truly living. We only know that this has happened when suddenly our life seems dry, depleted, filled with tasks, or it feels like we are stuck in a rut of habit that may be comfortable, but is becoming stifling and suppressing. Isis, the Mother of Life, holds the ability to restore even the most numb, resistant, and difficult circumstances and people back into life. She calls to you now, seeking to bestow gifts of life upon you. Be bold and brave. Open your arms and receive. Isn't that lovely? Again, it's all about our lives, and it's all about us. Like I love that part, existing and doing rather than truly living. So like I was saying even before, that this is about us kind of taking stock of what our life is really made of. What is your life made of? Are you really living? Are you really doing things that really make you feel like, yeah, I'm going for it, and I'm feeling connected with everything? So yes, that might be a good question to ask yourself, for all that is watching this video. What can I do to sort of add more happiness and joy to my life at this stage in my life? And now our next card, which will be representing Wednesday, is Pillar of Light, Descent of the Star of Isis. Now I love this because whenever I think of light, I always think of letting it shine and almost like exuding out light to the world. So this might be indicating that you have something about you, or you have a quality within yourself that you should be exuding out and showing people and displaying. This is almost about what can you give onto the world. If you think of the sun is what provides us with so much. It supports life on this planet, so it is essential for us to survive. And I feel like just the same way the sun radiates, we also radiate light. And so, you know, our purpose is here is to be able to support the planet, support the world, and support other people. So, and we do that through the things, the gifts that we have, that we can provide others. So Wednesday might be a time where we're either, you know, giving people giving out our gifts, helping people with our gifts, or again it might be a time of us contemplating and thinking, do you know, what can I give, what can I exude out to people, and you know, that can help somebody else or benefit another person. Again, let's see what the book has to add to it. We'll go. The book, I have to say, is very detailed. I'm literally just reading like the first paragraph, because if I was to read like all the whole thing for each card, like it's a lot of information. Okay, so it says, being of light and divinity are calling you, beings of light and divinity are calling you now. They wish to connect with you more strongly, and you are being guided to strengthen your energy field to allow more of the divine light that seeks you to flow through your body safely and into expression. Oh wow, I'm going to read a little bit more. It says, beloved initiate, you are called to allow more divine energy and light to emanate from your body to help build your light body so that the love and healing of the cosmic feminine energy of the star of Isis can descend through you, offering healing light and assistance to humanity and setting your own heart and soul on fire with divine love and passion. Oh, I totally love it. So yes, let your light shine, everyone. Let it shine. The last card is, oh wow, something I can't pronounce. Is Kartuch? Katuch? Katuch? I'm trying. But it says, divine names of power. Oh, that's probably why I can't pronounce it. Katuch? If you know how to pronounce it, then do let me know. Can kind of like write a comment on the bottom sounding it out for me. But it says, or what I get from it before I refer to the book, it says divine names of power. So I think it is quite interesting that the first card was talking about light beings trying, like, communicating with us, and then this card is giving reference to divine names of power. So this can be that they're, you know, different people have different ways of worshipping, and we have, you know, obviously different deities and stuff that we refer to. And so this might be a case of saying that we need to kind of connect more strongly with the divine spirit, whoever that divine spirit is that you feel inclined to, you know, worship, or that's a part of your spiritual practice and so forth. I feel like this is talking about developing that kind of deeper sense of connection and bond on a spiritual level. And I love the smoke that is kind of coming out of this, looking like a bowl here. It almost reminds me of incense burning. And then obviously you have the hieroglyphics at the back, which is like, you know, reminds me of like sacred scripture. So it might be saying that, you know, this is a good time to use our spiritual tools as well, like to burn some incense, to light some candles, to be able to, you know, do a prayer or do an affirmation with a lit candle, doing maybe some visualization, meditation, all those things that kind of help us form a greater bond with the divine spirit. And so the book says, Lady Isis initiates you now into her special mysteries, the use of sacred intonations. The words that you speak are rapidly gaining power. To benefit from this power rather than be undermined or held back by it, practice thoughtful speech and clear your heart of old unforgiveness, which can poison your words unintentionally. As your heart grows in purity, you'll be able to speak with spiritual authority, and what you speak of will come into being more swiftly and obviously. Isis is initiating you as a master healer in her sacred traditions of divine names of power. So I'm telling you, if you are a healer, or you're doing you have a spiritual practice where you help other people, it's really calling you now to start doing something. Like if you if maybe like you have these gifts and maybe you just work on like a few people, it could be saying that this really is the time for you to like branch out a bit more, and just to see what more you can give to other people, because the first card was talking about, you know, healing, and this card is talking about healing. So I feel like it's really referring to people that are healers. Yeah, but the great thing about this message is that it's almost speaking of manifesting things, that basically now is the time to manifest things. And that's really interesting, because where I was talking about the candles and doing the visualizations, that's another way that you can manifest. You know, set the intention for the things that you want by and I think I've definitely have spoken about this before, about kind of using candles and practicing kind of, you know, candle magic in order to you know, manifest things. And so it might be a good time to be able to kind of yeah, do those practices, even if you don't feel